What made me want to become a teacher is just growing up, like I was one of those kids that had a little classroom in their basement, and I would make my sister and the neighbor girl down the street like sit and listen to me teach. And I like had it decorated, like I did the whole shebang. I had like worksheets, things that I would grade. Once I was in college and taking classes, I knew I made the right choice.
Hi everyone, it's Hannah C here. Clearly, I'm not in a dorm room. I'm actually back home in my home state of Wisconsin doing my student teaching. I have a really cool opportunity where I get to be home and finish out my college career, which is really interesting. So I just want to talk about that a little bit and give you some updates on how my placement is going. Hey everyone, it's Hannah C here, and I'm currently sitting in my student teaching classroom. So far, it's really just been me like observing. I will walk around and help out students who need help during the lesson. I just started teaching whole lessons, but it's just like interesting, and I'm like, I don't know, like you feel like you have a little bit of imposter syndrome because I feel like I'm still young and a student, and like here I am teaching young children. This is a whole new ball game, so I'm just trying to like get my footing a little bit. But yeah, it's been going really well. I love my mentor. She's super sweet. We get along super well, and I feel comfortable in her classroom. I have my first evaluation on Monday, so I'm teaching the whole language arts lesson, and I'm gonna record it. For that, I obviously have my cooperating teacher, I have my professor, and then I have a third person who is local, and they're called my site supervisor, and they are the ones who are doing my evaluations. And she's gonna watch it, and she's gonna go through and make notes about things I did good, things I didn't do so great on, where I could improve. And each evaluation, they each look at different things, and they progressively get more difficult as it goes along because I will have been teaching longer. So I'll show you guys around. I'll flip some of the lights on so it's a little brighter in here. Okay, so this is her classroom. It's so cute. So when you come in over here, she has a happy birthday board so they can see when all their birthdays are. Then down here they have a bunch of math manipulatives that they can use. And then all back here, this is all of their sound stuff. When I first came here, they made me a little sign that says, "Welcome to Carrollton," so I still have it up. Here is my desk. Isn't that so cute, the little rainbow umbrella table? That's where I sit during the day. This is a second grade class, and they have their own bathroom. Then we have her classroom library, and this has more like chapter books. Over on this side, we have their cubbies. But yeah, that's basically it. Here is her classroom. It's literally so cute. I'm so happy to be here. I had my first evaluation, and I was really nervous about it. I feel like the lesson went pretty well. One student did have to be removed from the room by my mentor. So yeah, hopefully it's fine. There were a few things where I was like, oh, like I hope that was okay, or maybe she'll talk with me about whatever this was. There's always things you can improve on, but I just take criticism like so heavily, and these types of things like really make me nervous. So I don't know, we'll see how harsh she is when she calls me tomorrow.
Faith has really helped me in my teaching experience because teaching is not always easy, and finding the motivation to keep going. Like, you have hard days. Every day is not going to be your best day. You have behaviors that you have to deal with, parents, just being overwhelmed. So just knowing that I can come back to the Lord and just having like a rock solid foundation has been really helpful.
So this week I started teaching math, which math isn't really my thing, so not a total fan, but we are doing geometry, which I like a little bit better than just like basic algebra or like whatever like regular math is. The first lesson I did went better than like my language arts lesson that I've been teaching language arts for like a few weeks now, like 3 weeks probably. So that one went good, and I was like really surprised. So I'm just really glad that it went well. Like, student teaching is kind of flying by. It's like very much hitting me that like I'm gonna be a teacher. So last week, Thursday, my mentor teacher calls me. She was out sick. She was like, Hannah, the principal of our school just called me and said, like, the principal of a nearby school wants to come and observe you because they have 3 teachers retiring this year. So they're trying to find some new people. I was super nervous when she came in, but I just pretended she wasn't here. Then I was just like teaching like I normally do. So I feel like that worked out well for me. So I like can start looking for jobs. Like they can like announce if people are retiring, like people say that earlier. As for like if people just like decide to take a different position somewhere else or like whatever, they leave their school, that I won't know about. And that I feel like is where most of the jobs come in. That won't come in though until like mid-June, so I have to wait a little while. So we are over the halfway point of my student teaching experience, which is honestly like I can't even believe it, but it's like really just been like cruising along. So one thing that I've been doing since like the start of February is I've been running their Battle of the Books. We had one team, you know, that did the best and they won for our school, and then they get to go on to the district battle. So yeah, our school's team won for our whole district. It was worth it to see the one student in our class win the district battle. Like, so cool. I'm really proud of him.
Hi everyone, it's Hannah here. I'm not in my classroom today because I'm feeling a little bit sick. The week before spring break, Monday, was St. Patrick's Day. So the Friday before, we made a bunch of leprechaun traps, set them all up in the room, and then early Monday morning, me and my mentor teacher came to school early. So some of them used water in their traps, like they had bins, so we turned the water green, we turned the toilet water green. Yeah, we messed everything up, dumped out toys, books, whatever, like the leprechaun had run through there. And then my mentor teacher did 19 golden eggs, so each kid could find an egg, and that was like their little treat. They really enjoyed it. They walked in, they were like, oh my gosh, the leprechaun came, we couldn't get him. Honestly, that was really fun to see. I love all of the like themed parties and like days that we have going on. Then that following week, that was my student teaching school's spring break, so it doesn't align with GCU's. So a couple weeks ago, I was looking at tickets to go and visit GCU, visit Arizona, see some of my friends. Tickets were cheap enough that I felt okay buying them and just, you know, couch surfing while I was there. Spent my spring break in Arizona, which was so nice, especially like just visiting my friends. Like it had felt like too long, and just like knowing that they were all there and like hanging out, you know, because they all live there still. I was like, oh, like I have FOMO so bad, but it was really good to see them all.
We're getting towards the end and my assignments and stuff will be done in like 3 weeks, so kind of crazy. It's like went really fast all of a sudden, and now I'm like, ooh, pump the brakes, because now I'm gonna have to do this on my own and I'm nervous, but this has been like a really great experience for me.
My drive to become a teacher has really only increased since doing student teaching. I've loved taking classes and just all that goes into like actually being in the role, but now being in the actual setting, being in the classroom, being with the kids full time, it just makes it more real, and it's gonna be more like what the position actually is, being a teacher. It's definitely prepared me for my career, and I just feel very ready to step out into the teaching world.